So vapor barrier in today's standards is pretty much 100% ground coverage. And
Okay.
that's a good thing. I
Okay.
think that helps keep ground moisture away from the house. People ask me all the time, but I see moisture trapped underneath there. That means it's doing its job.
Mm,
That's actually okay. A
right.
lot because the ground kind of releases moisture,
Right.
especially in the summertime,
Right.
and we're trying to hold that moisture away from the house.
Right.
Okay. And then as for the vents, that the eternal debate, I will tell you
Yeah.
my what I feel is correct, and of course someone will disagree, but
Sure.
I prefer closed in the summer,
Okay.
and then if you want to open them, you can open them in the winter. So the idea here is this: it's very hot and humid
Mhm.
outside in the summer, at least in
Right.
this part of the
Sure.
country.
Yeah.
And hot and humid air, if it's allowed into the crawl space, has this tendency to condense
Mm,
on colder surfaces. Your ductwork,
mhm,
when you're running your air conditioning, that's
mhm.
cold, even though it's insulated. It's
Right.
cold. So, more moist, warm
Mm,
air hitting that surface, condensation. If you are on a well, your plumbing is
mm,
very cold
mhm.
because a lot of well water comes out of the ground
Right.
cold. So that will sweat as well. So I prefer closed in the summer. And as you, I'm sure, know, there are a lot of newer homes that now don't even have crawl space vents at all.
Right. Right.
Closed crawl spaces with HVAC conditioned air being supplied to the crawl space.
Mm,
Our HVAC systems dehumidify the
mhm.
air naturally. So they're just pumping that
Right.
dehumidified air into the crawl space. And the nice thing about, I think, about these, closed crawl spaces, by pumping the air in, if there's going to be a bleeding of air, it's going to be
Mhm,
outward
mhm,
as opposed to the outside air bleeding inward because we're pressurizing just a little bit.
mhm.
But it's going to get out,
Right.
but it gets out as opposed to sticky air working its way